And we are live, people. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to Chosen Wisdom Football. There is a lot for us to get into, to sink our teeth into. A lot of news, guys. There is the Sancho update. Sancho has or is advancing with regards to his move to Juventus. The conversations are going good. Both camps seems to be happy, so we have updates on the Sancho situation. There is still the potential for a swap to happen in the Sancho deal, but the Sancho deal is getting close, people. So Sancho, as I've said many times on this channel, will be and is the most likely person to be sold first because he's still a good player and he's very, very sought after. So we're going to have updates on the Sancho situation. We also today have updates on the Ollie Watkins to Manchester United situation. Also, a few updates on Mbeumo as well I have for you guys, as well as a conversation we all need to have with regards to Manchester United's interest in Moise Kean. Yes, I know some of you already have voiced your opinions with regards to Moise Kean, whether you want him or not, and it seems as if Moise Kean is on the list of potential strikers for Manchester United. So we're gonna talk about that as well today, as well as Cunha in Brazil. The Manchester United media account, the Twitter account, are posting pictures of Cunha on holiday. I just want to, make a few points about that. I don't like when Manchester United official Twitter accounts are posting jokes and are posting pictures of people on holiday. I feel like if the fans want to talk about stuff like that, if the fans want to post things like that themselves, fair enough. But when the Man United official account is doing that, I don't know, guys. I don't like it. So we're going to talk about that, or at least, spend a few minutes on that topic as well. Also, people, there is news that Manchester United are willing, potentially willing, to subsidize the wages of some players that are leaving the club. What that looks like and what that actually means in practice, let's have a conversation about that. So today we've got Sancho swap deal, potentially going to, well, not potentially, it looks like he will be going to Juventus. We got Ollie Watkins updates and Mbeumo updates. United interested in Kean, Cunha in Brazil, and Man United subsidizing wages. Those are the main talking points for today, the main news for today. As usual, people, big up your damn selves. I hope you're having a good day, a good Wednesday. It's the middle of the week, so you don't have long until the week's finished and the weekend is here, people. The weather is beautiful. We're all Man United fans. Well, most of us will be Man United fans. So if you're feeling good and you're having a good day, people, smash the like. Turn on your notifications. And if you haven't yet subscribed, subscribe below. This channel is a thinking man's channel. I promote critical thinking. We analyze things, we question things, we don't accept everything that we see and that we hear. We question things. So big up yourselves, people, as usual. Planet256, big up yourself, bro. Thanks for joining as always. There's a lot for us to talk about, man. So hopefully you guys can also get involved and give me some inspiration and let me know, if you agree or disagree with anything I say. As usual, big up TK, man. Yeah, TK, always big up yourself, my bro. I hope you're having a good day, as usual. I'm about to go gym in about an hour. So, trying to get this done, trying to get all this news. Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm good. Long day today. You know what I mean? It's a good day to finish off talking about Man United. You had a hard day at work. Then you finish work, you amalgamate all the news, all the BS that's been spoken about today. You jump on the stream, you present the news, you talk to your people. I know it's a nice vibe. But then after this, like I said, chest day at the gym. And us man, them, we don't miss chest day. Like Drake might miss chest day. Drake might miss. I don't miss chest day. Listen, I might miss leg day. Nah, it's funny. But yeah, big up yourselves, man. Yeah, man, exactly, TK. You got things. I don't even do arms. I don't do arms. I haven't worked my arms out in like 4 years. It's a Jamaican. It's a yellow yam. It's a yam and banana, man. It's all that root, all those root vegetables, man. Us Jamaicans, we're just big and strong. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, guys. Sancho. All right, what's happening with Jaden? So I think it's quite clear, and I've said this before, that Jaden will be one of the first to leave. He's one of the easiest transfers to do. He's still young. He's 25. He's proven in Germany. He's had a few years in England. He's won Conference League with Chelsea. He's done enough. We've all seen him, so we know that he's still sought after. He's still very much respected, even though United fans will disagree and drag him through the mud and say he's rubbish and all these things. He's not. He's simply not. The one thing that Jaden has against him, in my opinion, is his lack of athleticism in the Premier League. He's not the quickest. He's not the strongest. He's not the tallest. So Man United fans who are used to, go on, get your man, go on, attack your man. That's not Jaden. Jaden will be very slow, methodical. He will pass the ball back, retain the ball, all these things. And we just go, oh, why is he passing the ball back? Oh, he's so rubbish. While, we love the Garnacho types because Garnacho always seems to be taking his man on. So it's about how you interpret football as well. And I've always said that out of the 4 or 5 up for sale, Jaden will be one of the first to leave because it's an easy deal. So I'm vindicated at the moment with my thoughts in Jaden. And as much as I like Jaden, he has underperformed at Manchester United. I don't think a lot of Man United fans understood what sort of footballer he was. He's a connect footballer. He wants to do 1-2s. He wants to connect with players. He thrives in a technical team, and he thrives in a team that has most of the possession. He's not a pace and power person, and that is the issue. The issue is he's not P&P. And in the Premier League, we're going to be replacing the likes of Jaden with the likes of Cunha and Mbeumo, who are exactly what he is not. So I'm glad he's going. It seems as if he's going to Juventus. The issue is, are Juventus going to pay the wages? And are we going to take someone on loan from Juventus as well on top? So those are the considerations at the moment. So as you guys can see on the screen, Manchester United have been offered one of Douglas Luiz, Vlahovic and Tim Weah in a swap deal for Jaden Sancho. My question to the chat, to the smart people in the chat is, out of those 3, who are you taking? Given Man United's deficiencies in certain positions, where we are in our development, what we need, out of those 3 players, who are you taking? Maybe some of you guys will say none of them. If you had to take one, who are you taking? Oh, we got some questions from Garang Kenny. The bid was supposed to go in today for Mbeumo. Has Arsenal pulled out? Diego Leon better than Dorgu? It's a lot of questions. Gorang. Let me get back to you, bro. Stick around, man. Stick around as usual, bro. The people in the chat also will probably help you as well. But for me, the only one I'm taking out of those 3, if I had to take one, will be Douglas Luiz. And TK Vlahovic. I'll take Douglas Luiz on loan because I remember his time at Aston Villa, and I remember like he would ball out in the midfield at Aston Villa, and I was like, who's this guy? And I feel like still right now the midfield is our weakest area. I feel like our defense is okay. The goalkeeper needs changing, yes. If we get Mbeumo over the line, Cunha could play up front, Zexi could play up front. We're not bad now in the attacking positions. As long as we get Mbeumo over the line, we'll be okay. But it's a midfield. I'm not happy with Casemiro, Bruno, Ugarte, and I don't think Kobe Mainoo has the athleticism to play in that double pivot. I think Kobe is more of an attacking player. So out of the 3, I'll take Douglas Luiz with the hope, yeah, that he can capture or recapture some of his form, yeah, that he had at Aston Villa. I don't know whether he's going to be that same player again. Hence why I say I will take Douglas Luiz on loan. I wouldn't buy him permanently. But TK is saying Vlahovic, and I understand Vlahovic only because he's the least evil of the three. He's the least evil of the three. That's funny. I'm really worried about that Luiz. He would take up another bed in our injury room. Yeah, that's another issue as well with Douglas Luiz. He has had hella injuries for Juventus. He has, and that's one of the reasons why he hasn't hit the ground running. He hasn't done well at Juventus, and they already want to offload him. So I don't want either. I don't want none of them. In an ideal world, you'd get a top quality midfielder. In an ideal world, I would stop, or I would at least want Man United to stop trying to get the scraps, the Chelsea scraps, the Mason Mounts, the Douglas Luiz that Juventus don't want. All these players that other teams don't want and they want to get rid of. In an ideal world, we wouldn't be going after them. We'll be getting the up and coming players, the next players up. Those are the players I want Man United to be getting. But maybe beggars can't be choosers, guys. Maybe. So Garang says, listen, in an ideal world, Garang, I'm getting Baleba. And I'm driving to Brighton, because Brighton is only down the road. I'm driving to Brighton, I'm picking him up, and I'm driving him all the way to Manchester. In an ideal world, I might even kidnap him. No, I'm joking. I can't say that on YouTube. I might get banned. But you get my point. I'm getting Baleba, bro. Like, Baleba does a job of two people in that midfield. So I'm not going to lie. No one's talking about Baleba. He's not for sale. And I reckon if he was for sale, knowing Brighton, they're expecting at least £80 million, I reckon, for him, minimum. So it is what it is. We need to get rid of we need to get a midfielder, says Planet 256. I agree, bro. A midfielder, yeah, is important. It is important. TK saying these three guys are fringe signings anyhow, and Mbeumo types are the meat and potatoes we need. Yeah. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, this is what's floating around, people. This is what's floating around. I wouldn't want those three, but if I had to pick one, I would pick Douglas Luiz. I understand Vlahovic. Vlahovic is one of them strikers. He's just no nonsense. He'll smack the ball into the top corner, But the Vlahovic, for me, his age is also an issue, and he hasn't done well over the last few years. I feel like if you asked me 3 years ago or 4 years ago about Vlahovic, I'll be like, yeah, cool, get him. Now I'm like, I don't know. But there you are, people. There you are. This is the story that's out there. You know, it is what it is. However, on top of this, we now know that Juventus are closing in on Jadon Sancho. So regardless of any swap, it seems that the two parties are getting closer to a deal happening. So we got another one for Jadon. All right. So as you can see, people, let me just see what's going on. Talks between Manchester United, Jadon Sancho and Juventus have been described as positive, but there is still work to do regarding the fee and on personal terms. Juventus are pushing to sign Sancho, and there appears to be willingness from all parties to get the deal done. I think this deal will happen. I think Jadon will have to take a pay cut regardless. Like, Juventus are not going to pay him 250 or whatever it is. But I think Juventus will be willing to pay him sort of 150, 180, 190. I think they'll be willing to go, that to sort of that number. And I'm not quite sure if the tax situation in Italy is the same as the UK, so that might work in his advantage. I think Jadon will do well at Juventus. Like I said, a slightly slower league, more time on the ball. I think he'll ball out at Juventus. I wish him all the best. And yeah, we just need to move Jadon on. Unfortunately, it just hasn't worked out at Manchester United, whether it's because of the profile of player, whether it's because of him just simply falling out with the manager and therefore falling out with the club entirely. It just hasn't worked. So best of luck. I like Jadon. I'll always say I like Jadon Sancho, but it just hasn't worked and he just needs to go. So it looks like this deal is happening, I reckon. And it's only a guess, guys. Nobody's told me anything. I don't have a connect with regards to this news, but I think this deal will finalize next week. End of next week, I reckon we'll have a here we go with Jadon Sancho to Juventus. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this deal. You know, let me know. Let's quickly move on because like I said, this deal is close. There's not much else to really talk about with Jadon. We're not going to recoup loads of money for him. 25 million euros is still the amount that we need or that we want for him. TK saying Italy, the tax rates are progressive from 23% up to 43% plus local surcharges. So it seems similar, TK, to the UK tax rates because our tax rates are similar. 20 to about 45%. 45% is the highest income tax rate here in the UK. So it sounds similar. So it is what it is. But Jadon's willing to go. I think it will be a good deal for him. I'm surprised nobody else in Germany like Bayern haven't come in for Jadon. But enough clubs have shown an interest in him anyway. So he'll be the first to go. And that's a good thing. Updates on Ollie Watkins on your screen, people. Manchester United have held initial talks with Aston Villa about signing Ollie Watkins. So, a few days ago, it was just Ollie Watkins is on the list and Manchester United are looking at him. Now, people, it is Manchester United have had initial talks. So now we've spoken to Villa. We've asked about signing him. However, and this is obviously the Mirror, and you can take this however you want because the Mirror aren't always right, but they're still reputable. It says that United are not willing to pay Villa's demand of around £60 million, people. £60 million, and that is due to his lack of resale value. If you look at the Premier League, people, if you look at what all the clubs are now doing, there is no rush yet or no demand for any club really to buy players over the age of 29. Clubs nowadays are thinking twice or refraining from buying players who don't have a resale value. Ollie Watkins, at his age, is looking for his final big contract. He's 29, which means after this contract, wherever he goes, this is it. So he's going to want at least 150. He's going to want some good money. He's going to want a long contract. And I feel like if we even do this deal, we are just making the mistakes of the past where we are buying players over the age of 29, over the age of 30, putting them on big money, putting them on big contracts. They're not going to appreciate. They're not an They're going to depreciate in value. And if he has a bad 2 seasons, we can't get rid of him. Amongst that, above that, I think the demand for £60 million for him is too much. That's almost the same amount that Sporting want for Gyökeres. I think Sporting are demanding €70 million plus 10 in add-ons, which is around £60 million. I would prefer just to get Gyökeres. I don't mind Ollie Watkins. I've seen enough of Ollie Watkins in the Premier League. I know what he's about. He's Premier League proven. He's at this. Listen, despite what you think, he's usually up there. He's top 3, top 4 strikers in the league. He's not that bad. He's actually good. And because I know most of the strikers that we're linked to are better than Højlund, my brain is always like, yeah, bring him in. As long as we're not paying him too much, and as long as the transfer fee is affordable, bring him in. He's better than what we have. Bring him in. If I had a choice, I'm choosing Gyökeres over him. I am. I'll be honest. But what are you guys saying? Gurang is saying 60 million for Watkins is lots of money. who turned 30 soon. Yeah, I agree, Garang. I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. Watkins is 35 million plus 4 million tops. Anything north of that, walk away. Yeah. What, TK? We Are United says Watkins is not worth 60 million pounds. Don't mind signing him for. Yeah, I think all of you guys are saying the same thing I'm saying. I think we've got the same mindset, the exact same mindset, bro. Like, if the fee was like 35 million plus 4 or something like that, 4-year contract or 3-year contract, sure, you know, not some 5-year long deal, no 250 a week, you're getting paid 150 a week, that kind of thing, I might entertain it. But if this is true and United are not going to entertain this amount of money, then good. Listen, Aston Villa are in trouble when it comes to PSR. When it comes to this PSR business, they're in trouble. So listen, one of the reasons why we're also doing this, guys, don't get it twisted. I'm gonna go back to the Gyökeres situation again. We're not out of the race for Gyökeres. I know you guys might say I'm talking rubbish, and I've maintained my position. Unless I see or we get the here we go or whatever it is that is official or an official deal, bid has gone in for or whatever, unless we get something concrete from Arsenal, I still expect Arsenal to secure Sesko, which leaves the door open for Gyökeres. The way the Gyökeres situation is unfolding right now is as toxic as flipping, I don't know, what's that place in Ukraine that's got all that? Chernobyl. Is as toxic as Chernobyl right now. We're not going anywhere near that until the sporting director tells us what he wants, because he's so vague. And I can see, and I've said it many times, this Gyökeres situation is not going to get wrapped up anytime soon. I said it many times on this channel. Expect Gyökeres to leave, to go anywhere, maybe end of August. It's going to drag on, people. It is. So let's sit down, let's strap in, and let's relax, because this Gyökeres situation is not going to be wrapped up anytime soon. But you guys are already giving your opinion on Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins is like a Marmite, isn't it? It's like some of you guys are like, no. And some of you guys are like, yeah, but for the right price. What's TK saying? TK in the chat, the fact that Watkins is open to United means he doesn't care about winning. so it's financially motivated. That's funny. I mean, you can say that for Mbeumo and Cunha. But get Lautaro Martinez. Listen, that is wishful. I don't think we can get Lautaro Martinez, Garang. There's no way we can get that player. Do you think we can get him? Do you think it's achievable for Man United to get him? And how much do you rate him anyway? Because he's another player that a lot of people say it's like Marmite. You get loads of people really rating him really highly. And then you have loads of people who are like, he's not that great. He's a bit like Marmite. Turkish, big up yourself, Turkish. Watkins got an agenda against Rashi. He's trying to do what Rashford cannot, be a striker. I mean, he's already doing that. He's already a better striker than Rashford. But Rashford might be the better player overall. But Watkins for me is the better. He's better at playing the striker role than Rashford is. So there you go, people. I think once again he's on the list. And if push comes to shove, we might get him. So don't be, surprised if towards the striker thing is towards the end of the window, people. So don't be surprised if we get him. If we get him, it's because we don't get Gyökeres. And one of the reasons why we're talking about this now, I reckon, is also to show Gyökeres and to show Gyökeres' camp. Listen, it's not like last year or the year before where Man United get held to ransom. We've got options. We have options. So if you F about, you will find out, and first of all, Arsenal are only using you to get the Sesko, fee down. So don't twerk for them too much. Secondly, if you're not careful, and if you and your agent and the club don't sort out this mess, nobody's going to come in for you. You don't want to go to Juventus. You made that clear. So don't be surprised, people, if Man United get Gyökeres at the end of the window. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, quickly, a quick Mbeumo update. I know some of you guys are wanting an update on Mbeumo. Listen, I've said it many times on the channel again. We're going to get Mbeumo. Just be patient, people. Just relax. I've been told that we're going to get him. We're not going to go this far and not get this player. So I've said it many times. My source, I don't have many sources on many things, but this is one of the ones where I have been, we're going to get him. The only way we don't get him, and I repeat this, is if we don't want him. It's all in our hands. We know what they want. We know the money they want. All we have to do is pay it. And that's it. So, sorry, what are you saying? All right. So, the rumors are the bid will come in, the final bid will come in at the end of this week. So, remember when I told you guys on this channel that when everyone was saying last week, yeah, that the medical was definitely going to happen this week. Don't forget, every single journalist was saying medical early next week. Guess what? It is Wednesday and still no medical. I already told you guys there weren't going to be no medical this week. There weren't going to be no medical this week. I told you guys this. So some of these journalists, just be careful. Like, I will read out these tweets, yeah? But I will also scrutinize the tweets and I'll read in between the lines and I'll be like, this don't make no sense. All what happened is that people assumed the second bid was going to be accepted. And after they assumed the second bid was going to be accepted, the next stage is the medical. So all they did was like, medical next week, which is just an obvious thing to say because that's what happens next anyway. They just put 2 and 2 together and just made assumptions. Nobody was told that medical was going to happen next week. Not one single human being. That's a fact, people. Take it from me. So I'm happy that, all right, I'm not happy that he's not coming yet. I still want him over the line. I still want it to be efficient. But when these people, these journalists come out and they lie to you and lie to us, I'm kind of happy that they're proven wrong. I am. There will be no medical. Listen, a medical will happen if we get and here we go tomorrow on Thursday. But if we don't get and here we go Thursday, how can a medical happen this week unless it happens quickly? Unless he flows back on Friday. Guys, it will happen. The deal will happen. That's all I'm saying. But just be patient. Sorry, what you're saying?
The Man United want it to be picked up in the best news cycle. So
yeah. Yeah. Good point, Dave. Man United, we love the media and we love marketing. So the best time to announce something like this will be Friday, so it dominates the news cycle, or beginning of the week Monday, so it dominates that week's news cycle. Man United will also, I reckon, be strategic in when they announce it, because we're a marketing and media machine as well. So those are kind of things I think about when I analyze anything. I look at what Man United have done before, when they make signings, what day they usually make signings, how they market the signings. And all of these things are important to understand, yeah, when things are going to happen and why, people. So, We Are United says, doubt it will happen, but we need Osimhen, Cunha, Osimhen, and then Mbeumo front three too much. Bro, that is some pace and power front three. That will dominate a lot of teams. I'm not going to lie, yeah. Sometimes when I think about the front three that we could have, yeah, I'm like, we don't even need a midfield, you know. Like, just get the ball to these guys and they will figure it out. Like, forget Amorim. Amorim will just be there trying to force this coaching, this 3-5-2-1, whatever it is. Forget that, man. Just do your thing. Forget Amorim. Amorim will take you down with him. I want the players here just to do their own thing and win us. Because I don't have too much faith in Amorim, my faith has to rely more on the players sorting it out and doing what needs to be done on the pitch. That's where my mind is at right now. So Grang is saying 60 plus 5 for Mbeumo will do it. Yeah, I've been saying this for a long time. The issue with the Mbeumo deal is that Brentford missed out on the Ivan Toney, getting loads of money for Ivan Toney. They did. They should have got more for Ivan Toney. Mbeumo is probably one of the biggest, hottest prospects they've had for many, many years. And there's no certainty they're going to get anyone like Mbeumo again. I understand from their perspective why they want as much money for him as possible and as much money up front for him as possible, especially when you look at the fact that the likes of Ilanga could potentially go for 60 million, 70 million euros. And Ilanga's not better than Mbeumo. So because of that, I almost wish we got the deal done early, because if the transfer window goes on for longer and longer and we see more ridiculous deals, Brentford might be like, hold on a second. Should we be demanding more if all of these rubbish players are going for crazy fees? So I get it. I get why Brentford want as much as possible. I get why Man United started low. People are complaining it's taking too long, but if Man United gave them what they wanted straight away, people would say, oh, why are Man United paying such a high wages? Why did Man United try to go lower? Listen, we tried. We tried to go lower, and they said, go suck your mum and give us the money. They keep saying that to us. So we actually tried to do the right thing and get, a player for cheap, but Brentford are not having it. So you can't really have it both ways. You can't be like, do it quickly, but don't overpay, while at the same time complaining that we're doing it slow and trying to get a good deal. It's like, I hear both sides of it. I hear all of you lot. I hear you. But we just have to sometimes look at different perspectives and understand the bigger picture. Kazi, bro, big up Kazi. Big up your damn self, my G. Yeah, man. Yeah, TK, he ain't worth 60 M's, but listen, this transfer window, I'm telling you, once the big guys in the Premier League move, I reckon the domino effect is going to be crazy. I feel like everyone is waiting for Arsenal. I feel like Arsenal hold a big key in this window. Once they buy Sesko, Gyökeres is going to start crying. And then we're going to go to Gyökeres and say, don't cry, bro. Don't cry. Don't worry. You can come and play with us. We got no European football for you. Yeah. But don't worry. We got you. And we're going to pick him up. He's going to dry his eyes. And on his debut, he's going to score a hat-trick. And everyone's going to forget that he chose Arsenal over us. That's it. That's it. So, anyway, Moyes Keane, people. Carlos, big up yourself, Carlos. Thanks for joining the chat. I'll make sure, people, you know me, I try my best to read out every chat, every question, bro. And I want to get you guys always involved, because at the end of the day, I'm going to learn a lot from the chat about football. You, man, are going to teach me enough stuff. I can tell you, man, know your ball, bruv. You know your ball. So, and not just you, man, you women too, I already got chastised. Man, I already got chastised for calling everyone man them in the chat, flipping heck. And any thems and theys, I'm trying to, I'm not laughing about that, by the way, but it is what it is. It's 2025. So we've got to include the thems and the theys. So, big up yourselves, people. Moyes. Man like Moyes. Man like Moses, who parted the Red Sea. Moses. So Man United remain interested in Fiorentina's Moyes Keane. His 52 million euros release clause expires on the 15th of July. Chat, what are you saying about Moyes Keane? Before I say anything and give my opinion, what's all of your opinions on Moyes Keane? Be honest. Big up yourself, people. I want to hear what people are saying. This 15th of July thing is like, hurry up. I don't like being rushed. So when I see a deadline anywhere, I'm like, don't put no deadline on me, bro. Are you mad? Like, if I want to make a decision about who comes to my club, I want to take my damn time. Don't give me no damn deadline. Are you crazy? What's Kazi saying? Nah, Moyes Keane failed at Everton, so it's a no from me. Wiz, your thoughts on Lewin? I'm hoping we don't go down that path. Oh, flipping heck. I'll come back to you, TK. Manchester United remain interested in financing Moyes Keane. All right, this is my opinion on Moyes Keane. I feel like he's had a good season, yeah, at Fiorentina. Let's acknowledge, yeah, his decent season at Fiorentina. Because he had a decent season. Um, but is it me, yeah? Is he a bit Lukaku-ish? Is it me, or is he a bit like, he's quick, he's strong, his first touch isn't great, he can be a bit scruffy on the ball, he's a decent finisher. I don't know, guys. I'm not blown away by Moises Kean. Like in Italy, a lot of people look good. In Italy, Højlund looked good. And we saw what this guy was like at Everton. He just wasn't cutting it. And it doesn't mean he's not improved. You know, Gyökeres was at Coventry playing in the Championship. Literally. And now he's at Sporting, banging in, getting 50 GA. And now loads of people want him. So that doesn't always mean anything. But I hope we don't go for this guy. I don't think we are. Once again, he's on the list, just like Ollie Watkins is on the list. And if things don't happen our way, you know, I mean, let's be honest, guys. The only reason why we're even talking about a striker right now is because we didn't get our number one target. And our number one target was Rory Delap. Let's not lie. Let's just cut the crap. Soon as the transfer window closed, we snapped up Cunha and we went for Rory Delap. And Rory chose Chelsea. Then we went and tried to do the Mbeumo thing on a cheap. And Brentford have been like, no, respect us and give us our damn money. So I get that. Since Rory denied us, we've been looking at Gyökeres and looking at other things. He's on the list. Do I want Moise Kean? Once again, no. But that being said, is the fact that he's still an upgrade in Højlund. I need to be careful, yeah, that I'm not replacing crap with less crap. I need to be careful that we're still replacing crap with excellent. It's not good enough just to upgrade. We need to do more than just simply upgrade. We need to get excellence. So, what are you guys saying? Now, you man are saying good. Nobody cares about Moise Kean. yeah, you man are like flipping heck. We don't need Moise Kean. Yeah, I hear you guys. No, looks like everyone's the same. They're not on the Moise Kean thing. We're not going to get Moise Kean. I don't think it's a possibility. But apparently Man United are interested. So it's good to know where we could go. You know. So, all right, cool. Let me see what you guys are saying. Araya, big up. Ferran Torres. DCL, nah. Calvin Lewin. I feel like similar to Moise Kean, if we're talking about Calvin Lewin, yeah, we might as well flipping get Ollie Watkins, bro. Like I'm gonna be real. I prefer Ollie Watkins over Calvert Lewin. Like Calvert Lewin's a model, bro. Like I never knew he was still playing football. I thought he was still doing runway modeling with flipping Everton and whatnot. Like, isn't he a model, Calvert Lewin now? Isn't he just? Does he still play ball? I don't know, man. Like,
are you talking about Calvert Lewin or is it a guy called Lewin?
Yeah, no, you must be. It's Calvert Lewin, Dominic, I believe. Yeah, I'm not with Calvert Lewin, flipping Moise Kean, all of these guys. No. True. Name a player that Man United are interested in and are monitoring. All of them. All players. We're monitoring FC. That's who we are, man. Always monitoring players, bro. Like every summer, we know we're linked to everybody. 90% of the players that we're linked to, they're trying to get some sort of increase contract or trying to get a better contract or something. Always getting used. I feel like it's harder to use Man United to get a better contract now because it's not believable. Like that Ruiz thing, that Ruiz link to Manchester United from PSG. I'm like, bro, you ain't coming to Man United. There's no way you're going from Champions League winning PSG, yeah, Ruiz, to flipping Manchester United, bro. Like, you can't even use us to get a better contract anymore because even if your agent and the club sees that link, they're just gonna laugh and say, haha, You ain't going to Man United. You're just using us to get a better contract. Come on, chill out. We finished 15th, bro. Like, that's not happening. Anyway, quickly moving on. I don't know if you guys care about this, but yeah, you guys might not care about this, but I'm going to say this. Why are you Man United Twitter account posting pictures of Cunha on holiday? Like, let's look at the first. What's the top comment? Like, the top comment is what? For the love of God, give us some signings. So I'm not the only one who's like, why is the Twitter account just posting pictures of our new signing on holiday? It's like, who wants this? Who cares about this? Who's asked for this?
Who wants this picture? I want to know which Man United.
No, wait, put it up. Put it up on my... Put it up, man. Put it up, Dave. It's not, because you can just see you scrolling. Oh, it is. It is. Oh, shame. It is up. All right. I don't know why I'm laughing, you lot, man. I don't know why this making me laugh. Like, as a grown man, yeah. As a grown ass man, yeah. Like, this is for some fun, innit? This is not serious. But as a grown ass man, what is this? Like, I don't understand what this is. Like, what am I supposed to be like? What am I supposed to be feeling when I see a man? Man United Twitter, please, bro. Like, let's stick to football. Like, I think it all started going downhill, yeah, when all the like Twitter accounts of these clubs, yeah, stopped posting about football and started doing the banter thing. Like, it's crazy. What's TK saying? Players now have so many games this season, bro. They're gassed and injuries creep up. Look at Haaland, Foden, Rodri, all picked up. Yeah, Rodri's injured again. Yeah, some players don't want to play too much. They're not killing themselves anymore. Yeah, bro. Listen, I'm not fully against players who are saying who don't want to sign for other clubs and take a wage cut. I'm not vexed at that. I'm not vexed at certain players standing up, because at the end of the day, yeah, in this world, yeah, your boss, yeah, the CEO, the guy at the very top, yeah, he has all the power, yeah. And these clubs, just as much as they treat players well and they pay players well, they also treat players like garbage. As a footballer, you have to protect yourself, protect your future, protect your money, your health, all of these things. So I'm not somebody who's an advocate at always being on the club side, being on the side here of the establishment, being on the side of the big company, which is the football team. Sometimes I'm on the player side. Sometimes I am. But yeah, this is weird, man. This is weird stuff. Like, I get it. The Man United Twitter is supposed to garner interest. It's supposed to curate fans. It's supposed to give you emotions and feelings. Supporting Man United is a religion. They're always going to tweet about things that make you feel, right? But I don't know, man. This stuff is weird, bro. Like, I know the fans want signings. The fans want movement. The fans don't want you to be spamming their timeline with pictures of man like coming out of like hot baths or swimming pools and with man, like, chill, man. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, whatever, man. Whatever, people. Like, that's this propaganda is just weird, bro. I feel like only like the Twitter gremlins, the Twitter mutants, the young ones who, I feel like the ones who love CR7 a bit too much, who love Garnacho a bit too much, who are a bit what's the word that people use now, the youngsters? Zesty. That's the one, right? Zesty. I'm an old man, yeah, so I don't know about these things, but I feel like times are changing, and I feel like football fans are getting more zesty. Garnacho wearing Ronaldo underpants and being proud of it as well. I don't know, man. When I was younger, I don't think I could wear, like, I don't know. It's just strange. But I ain't here, to criticize people. Do your thing. But I don't know, man. I just feel like it's just weird for the United Twitter account to be doing that. TK, I follow many North American sports leagues. Fans are the smartest. Football fans are the smartest by a mile. I'm not gonna lie, TK. Respectfully, respectfully, you live in America. So, oh, sorry, Canada. So, yeah, football fans. I expect them to be smarter than NFL fans. I'm just being real. Whether that offends people, it is what it is. But I expect that. So, I know that's it. United, posting pictures of Cunha in Brazil and all these things. It is what it is. Anyway, let's end on something a bit more trivial. Man United may have to pay players to leave the club this summer because of their lengthy and lucrative contracts. That sentence doesn't even make sense. Because straight away I'm thinking, hold on a second. If you're going to pay them to leave because of their lengthy and lucrative contracts, so you're going to pay out their contract, which is the same. So nothing changes. If you're getting paid 100 grand a week, or I don't know, 5 million a year, I don't do the maths, people. I'm just, thinking out loud here. And then and they've got 2 years left, which is 10 million, right? And then you're going to just pay them the 10 million outright in one go rather than 100 grand a week. That's worse because you're departing with 10 million in one go rather than the 100 grand a week, and that messes up your cash flow. How is that better? I'm just thinking out loud, people. That the first sentence is a bit weird. Anyway, let's read on. Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho are among those they want to sell but are finding it hard due to big wages. And that second sentence doesn't make sense as well because we know factually Alejandro Garnacho is not on big wages. We know this. Rashford, yes, he is. He's on over 300 grand. Garnacho's not on big wages. So straight away, once again, people, this is from the Telegraph. And this is what a lot of people are using in their stories and talking about. And we'll talk about it. But I just want to say, first and foremost, the tweet doesn't really make too much sense. You're talking about the wrong players, first and foremost. Garnacho is not on big wages. And paying them so they can leave doesn't change the financial impact it has on the club. All it does is get rid of the player. And if, get rid of the player is the most important thing, then why sell them? Why not just pay off their contract and just cancel their contract? If Garnacho is on low wages, as we all know, and he's got, let's say, 3 years left, why not just pay off his contract? If getting a fee for him is not important. It's a bit strange. I don't know. It's a bit strange. I do think if you're sending the player out on loan, right? We've seen players go out on loan and Man United cover their wages. Like we sent Rashford out on loan to Aston Villa and we covered some of his wages. But the idea of selling somebody, i.e., he's no longer your responsibility. He no longer plays for the club, right? The idea of selling somebody, they sign a deal with another club, but you, the selling club, have to cover half their wages or something like that, hypothetically speaking, for the first 2 years that they signed for the new club. That to me sounds crazy. That to me sounds crazy. Like, why do that? I mean, I kind of get why you would in a way, but it just sounds weird. Doesn't it sound weird to you, though? I don't know. It's a way. I hate what you're saying. It's a way to get out of your contract, but it's still not a good. It's still not good for Manchester United. That's the point I'm trying to make. Anyway, Araya Daniela, there's no way when I was younger I'm wearing Beckham boxers. Yeah, it's strange. By not buying out players for their contracts, the team keeps the asset. Buyouts are not a sound financial idea. Yeah, I don't get it. For me, as a finance guy, I'm trying to see the massive benefit. And I guess when you're loaning out a player, there's a benefit of him being seen by other clubs to still have it. He's still good. And then after you loan him out and you pay half his wages, he can then go out and, be bought outright by a club because he's had a good season out on loan or something. Rashford is going to be very difficult for us to shift. I've said it many times on this channel. And I think most content creators will agree that Rashford is going to be difficult to shift solely because he's getting paid over 300 grand a week. If we wanted to shift Bruno Fernandes, who gets paid a similar amount, it will be very difficult to shift him. It would be, because there's no one in Europe that's going to pay Bruno Fernandes 350. He's getting paid 350 right now, and there's no one in Europe that will pay him that. Nobody. That's why the Al Hilal thing, was it Al Hilal? I believe it was, for Bruno Fernandes. I think we should have taken that deal. I really do. Because we're not going to get that deal again. And the idea, as I've said many times, that the club came out and said, we don't need the money for Bruno. We don't need to sell players. That's what they said, right? We're going to keep Bruno because we do not need to sell players to buy players. We don't need it. That's what they said to us, while at the same time, in the same breath, saying, we need to sell Sancho, Anthony, Garnacho to get money so we can make signings. No, I'm not an idiot. How are you contradicting yourself in the same breath? You're sending two opposing messages to the fans. And the fans who are not logical or objective, who apply any critical thinking, they'll just gobble it up and be like, yeah, get those players out so we can make signings. Bro, the club came out and said they don't need to do that to make signings. And now they're saying that they do need to do that to make signings. So which one is it? It's either you need to sell in order to make signings or you don't. Anyway, people, on a sidetrack, on a tandem a little bit, let me know what you guys think of that story. It's not a big story, but it's quite interesting to talk about. Man United subsidising wages. I'm looking at to see if there's any sort of Sesko news. And is there Sesko news? Go on quickly.
There's no blocks from Arsenal. There's no blocks from the player. The block is now coming from RB Leipzig.
Mm-hmm.
It's something related to the ex-Liverpool manager.
Yeah.
Saying Arsenal's main guy changed. It's now a new guy, Vlahovic.
Yeah. Go on.
He's got a different approach. He doesn't care about building relationships with clubs and getting to know the player and putting pressure on the player to club through the player.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
So that's why they're at an impasse now, because basically Arsenal are not like sucking up to.
Okay. All right. So that So what am I going to say to these people?
It's business negotiation.
Yeah. All right. So the Sesko situation is a bit weird, people, as we all know. It seems as if there are difficulties with the approach by Arsenal. The new sort of technical director that Arsenal have that are making deals, he's not somebody who cares about building relationships with players. As you can see, what he's been doing, this new Arsenal guy who's doing all these transfers, he's doing 2 or 3 deals at the same time and pitting people against. Like, he's doing the Sesko and Gyökeres at the same time. He's doing Heze, Madueke, and all, at the same time. And he's basically saying, he's basically making everyone agree, personal terms, and then almost getting the clubs pitting against each other so they can lower the fee, putting out there they're looking at Sesko, then they're looking at Gyökeres, then they're looking at Sesko. So it scares RB Leipzig, sorry, not RB, it scares Leipzig to lower their fee. It scares Sporting into lowering their fee. That's what the new guy is doing. And I feel like what's happening now, as according to this, what's coming out officially, is that RB, they don't like that. They don't like what Arsenal are doing. So they're making it a bit more difficult for Arsenal. I still think Sesko's Arsenal's main priority, but I also believe that both Man United and Arsenal are going to make it clear to Gyökeres, to Sesko, and to anyone that we have alternatives, and we will pursue our alternatives if you do not lower the fee and stop taking the piss. So, yep. Araya. Swap Rashford for Torres, both get first team football. I wouldn't mind Torres. Do you think he'll do well in the Premier League though? Araya. Honestly. You know what the Premier League is like. Do you think he'll do well in the Premier League? That's a genuine question I have for you. Genuine. And also, given what Amorim wants, it's clear that the profile of striker that Amorim wants, that Gyökeres, the Ollie Watkins, he wants a striker that plays off the shoulder, that has a blistering pace, that's direct, that causes havoc. All of these things, right? TK, I wonder if Gyökeres and Sesko are chatting in private. Bro, you know, football is interesting like that. You never know. They could do. While, you know, we think we're being strategic and we think we're being clever, two players could be on the phone being like, oh, these guys are fuckers. Oh shit, I swore. These guys are taking a mick. Like, the two players could be talking. Who knows? Like, that'd be funny though. Like, Arsenal are not going to get both. I've said this many times. I think we all know Arsenal are not going to get both. I mean, Arsenal needed a striker 5 seasons ago. Like, and they still don't have one. So they're not going to get both. Anyway, let's end on this then. Why not? After direct contact revealed on Monday, Eze has opened doors to Arsenal move in a clear way. He's open to joining Arsenal project and attracted by his chance for his future. Arsenal are informed on the release clause details and more. Once again, Arsenal sizing up all of these players. I think out of him, Kudus, I think Arsenal are owned for Madueke. Even though they tried to say that Madueke's deal is not dependent on this deal, I think he's probably the one that Arsenal would want the most. Eze is not young, you know. Eze is 27 now. So he's like approaching the Louis Zaha space, where Louis Zaha was about 27 and he needed to make the big move. So, yeah, I think this deal can happen. I don't want it to happen. I hate Arsenal with all my heart. You know when you hate something with all your heart? I hate Arsenal with every bone and every fiber of my being, bro. And I know I always say it's not good to be emotional, right? And this channel is about objectivity and this channel is about critical thinking. But just let me hate Arsenal. Just let me hate these guys with all of my heart. I can't stand Arsenal. I'm sorry, people. It's not good to hate, but And if Arsenal get this player, it means that they're doing stuff. Because everyone's looking at Arsenal and they're saying, Liverpool are doing bits. Man City are doing bits. What the hell are you guys doing? If they get Eze, then Arsenal might start talking. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, let me know. Araya, I think Torres would be gangster for the league. I think we would become a fan. He would become a fan favorite. All right, say nothing. Araya, I think he'll do good. I'm just thinking about the physicality of it and how it's different to other leagues and how he would adapt to Amorim's system as well. I'm just thinking out loud. But I hear you. But yeah. Can we just? Oh, but we need to end the thing, don't we? Can I do it on the phone or anything? I'm already logged in. Anyway, guys, we're approaching the end of the stream. We're just having a bit of technical difficulties at the moment, so just bear with me a little bit. Leave your comments. Leave any conversation you want to have as well about anything I've said. Let me see if I've missed anything as well. Mbeumo, I've spoken about Mbeumo. Luiz, a new Shaw. Arsenal haven't pulled out of the Sesko race. at all. It is Diego Leone. Oh, do you know what? We could talk about Diego Leone, you know. We could talk about Diego Leone as well, because he's come out, yeah, and he is on smoke, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, that gangster talk, yeah, that fight talk that he's talking about, yeah, I'm involved. I'm involved in it. Like this kid, yeah, is like 19, is 18. He's young. He's a youth, yeah. He's a kid. And he's coming and he's like, listen, I'm not here to sit on a bench. I'm not here to do all of that, yeah. I'm here to get my place and I'm here to win. And I'm here to fight for the team. Like all the talk that you want someone to say. And for a young kid to be talking with that confidence, it's a very, very, very good thing. Very good thing. So, in terms, do I think Diego Leone is better than Dorgu? No. No, I don't. Do I think Diego Leone has the potential to be much better than Dorgu? Yes. I think there's about 2 or 3 years between them. I think they're both athletic. Diego Leone, yeah, when I watch this guy, yeah, he is very, very athletic. He's very, very quick. He's not the traditional sort of Brazilian sort of fullback that's got loads of skill, loads of flair. He would be like, for a kid his age, yeah, he doesn't look 18. He looks grown. He looks big. He looks strong. So that's one thing that's clear about Diego Leone. In terms of his physicality, I don't think I don't think he will struggle to adapt, and neither has Dorgu. So it has to be, the difference between them will have to be their technical ability. I haven't seen enough of Diego Leone to fully assess his technical ability. I've seen enough to be like, yes, he can dribble, he can cross, and all these things, but so could Dorgu. And I'm not one of those players. I mean, I'm not one of those fans who think Dorgu is not good. I know some people have already given up on Dorgu. I think, yeah, for someone who's still 20, who's coming to a new, let's put things into context. He's 20, he's coming to a new league, into a side that's underperforming, where he has to get playing with Garnacho. Like, we haven't seen the best of Dorgu. And the reason why I say we haven't seen the best of Dorgu is when I saw Dorgu play as a right wing back with Ahmad, right? When he came on as a right wing back with Ahmad, the combination play, the one touch football, the given goals that those two were doing together, I was like, oh snap. So this is what Dorgu can do. And when he was doing a few floated crosses towards the back post from toward the inside right channel, I was like, so he's not that rubbish at crossing. He can actually cross. And it made me think that, do you know what? Let's not judge this guy too quick. His first 4 months, first 3 months at the club, he's coming mid-season. How many footballers here coming in January and just hit the ground running and start balling out? Nobody. No one. So I think, while I would still upgrade in that position, Estepina is still, I think, available. I don't think Dorgu's a finished article, and I'm not gonna rub Dorgu out just yet. Just yet. So that's what it is, people. Um, Let me see if I can. I can't really go into because I'm like, lives. It's not, this live's not showing up for me to go in and do anything. Let me see, view channel, manage videos. Yeah. This is crazy.
Keyboard and trackpad don't work.
Nothing.
Touch bar. You can't do anything with it.
Mm. Yeah. Just turn the whole thing off. How about you turn this off too?